There are several different types of books on the remedies, but there are two types that kind of stick out in particular. One is what I always think of as a book with 40 chapters. And a book with 40 chapters has, because there are 38 remedies in the system, and there's also a prepared combination for emergency use. So that's 39 chapters. And then the 40th chapter is either something on the history or something on dosage and something like that. So that's a 40 chapter book. That's kind of standard. And the other approach is where people look at situations. So my own book, Bachelor Remedies for Men, is an example of that. So it's where you look at the life of a particular kind of person and you try and suggest what remedies might apply at each stage of that person's life. Now, both of those approaches are fine. They're both useful approaches. But it seemed to me that both of them encourage the reader to read cover to cover. And if you read anything once, cover to cover, you won't retain. You'll retain maybe 5% of what you've read. And what I wanted to do was with the workbook was think of it more like a language course. My aim was that people who used the book fully would end up actually being able to speak Bach. They wouldn't just know some of the remedies. They'd actually be able to use it properly in their own lives because they'd have gone through it several times. So what I did with the workbook was quite deliberately had little short sections where you were continually coming across similar bits of information to remind you of it. I built lots of exercises into it, just as you would have in a language course where you might have a bit on the grammar, but then you get some exercises to actually use it. So in the same way, I had a bit on the remedy, but then I had some exercises to make you think about the remedy and try to apply it to different situations. So that was it. The aim, what's different about the workbook is it's like a language course. It's a language course that teaches you how to actually think Bach, think with the remedies, as opposed to just reading about them.